40 questions total,
Huh?
and it is creepy.
It's Dave, Axmoose, our friend Dave. He's asking questions. This is the Creepy Tag Part 3. Now, I missed the first two parts, but Dave has Dave's asking questions. I have to pause it, Dave, because, you know, folks are going to want to hear what I'm saying. If we're talking at the same time, that might be hard to understand. So, let's see what we got. Part 3 here. If aliens came to Earth, would you want us to welcome them or kill them? Well, of course we would welcome them. Unless they came in with ray guns like in Mars Attacks saying, "We are your friends, don't be afraid, we are your friends," blasting your head off at the same time. If there's a hell, do you think you're going there? Oh. Uh-oh. That one elicited a response that I didn't expect. If there's a hell, do you think you're going there? There's no if. There is a hell. Sure as heck wouldn't want to be there. And as a Christian, I anticipate I will not be going there. But you know, I hope no one does. I mean, you know, come on, folks. You know, get your act together. And now, what can I say? You know, I mean, yeah. Controversial, but not really controversial. If you stop and think about it, you wouldn't want to go there. So you probably want to, you know, live your life and do the right things. You know, and as a Christian, I would say accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. That might be controversial to some of you folks, but it's not controversial to me. I mean, it's, you know, this is my video, and I can state my religious beliefs if I want to. I don't normally, you know, I don't state my religious beliefs. I don't stick it in your face is what I'm saying. But if somebody asks me, I'll tell you, you know, that's what I believe. And you know, you can believe what you want, but you have your own life to live. And we all have our own destinies. So I hope your destiny is a good one. What's the meanest thing that you ever hoped happened to someone? Have I ever hoped? Okay, the meanest thing I can think of is hoping someone would die. Have I ever hoped someone would die? Or have I ever hoped someone would go to hell? I mean, I've said go to hell before when I was mad. I don't know if I really meant it or not, but the meanest thing that you have ever hoped happened to someone? Ooh, darn. That's a toughie. I mean, and I really don't wish bad things to happen to anybody, and I don't think I really ever have. You know, at work, you know, sometimes I get comments from the customers. They call in or they, you know, leave internet responses to a survey that's on a receipt or whatever, and I hear people say, "Well, you're such a nice Steve is such a nice guy. What a nice guy," and everything. I don't try to be a nice guy. I don't mean to be a nice guy. I guess I was just born that way. It's not, you know, it's just some people have to work hard at it. It seems to come naturally for me. It's not like I never even really looked at myself as a nice guy until people kept saying, "Well, what a nice guy." Where were we? Yeah, so nice guys don't really wish mean things of anybody. I mean, I never really have. The meanest thing that I ever hoped happened to someone. I just can't think of anything. We'll get back to that question later. Would you rather eat a chunk of a human heart or an entire human eye? Well, I wouldn't want to eat either one of those. Cannibalism is a bad thing. It's not good. If I had a choice, okay, I can't relate on that level because the very idea is abhorrent, of course. A human heart or a human eye. So I'll go to a different mammal. Okay, let's say it's a heart or an eye, and it's of a pig or a cow or a sheep. If I had to choose between those, how about a fish? Because my fiance, Bibi, she's from the Philippines, and when she eats a fish, she eats the entire fish. That includes the head and the eye, folks. It might seem weird to you, being brought up in the U.S. of A., but in the Philippines, they eat the entire animal. And she hasn't convinced me yet to eat an eye, the eye of a fish. but I have eaten part of the head. Actually, it tastes just like fish. Tastes just like the rest. If I had to choose between the heart and the eye of a fish, I'd probably choose the heart because it sounds more like a liver, and the liver I can handle, but I don't really like liver that much anyway. That's the best I can come up with. Have you ever tried to contact a spirit with a Ouija board? Yes. When I was a teenager, I got into psychic phenomena for a little while, for a couple of years with a friend of mine, my friend John, and we were, we tried to, we looked into all kinds of psychic phenomena. We became fascinated with psychic phenomena. Have you ever heard of Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet? He's a guy who used to go into trances, and he would diagnose. He was a doctor in a way. I mean, I don't know if he's ordained as ordained. I don't know if he was officially a doctor or whatever, but he used to cure people's diseases. He would go into a trance, and he would come up with cures for people's afflictions. There were patients of his, and when he come out of the trance, he couldn't remember what happened in the trance, but it was all written down. And there were a lot of tapes and everything. Anyway, there's a place called the ARE. What was that? The something research something up in Virginia. Oh, it's been so long ago. I was only like 14 or 15 at the time. But John and I went up there, and it's a place started by the relatives of Edgar Casey and this sleeping prophet. And a lot of people believed in him and believed in his. He actually prophesied certain things. When he said the continent of Atlantis was going to come back in 1969, that was going to rise from the ocean. It never happened, so much for that. But anyway, he did manage to cure a lot of people. A lot of people were cured by the solutions that he came up with when he went into trances. What does this got to do with anything? I got way off the track. Have you ever tried to contact a spirit with a Ouija board? Okay. John and I we experimented with Ouija boards when we were teenagers. We were at my grandma's house, which was my grandma and granddad's house. My granddad had died a few months earlier, and we sat together with our hands on the Ouija board, on the little movie thing, and there's a little movie thing, a little plastic thing that you put on top of the Ouija board, and you ask questions, and the board itself has letters and numbers, and this movie thing has kind of a pointed area that will point to certain letters and spell things out. So, it's supposed to be from spirits and stuff. So we tried it out, and we were doing that in the house where my grandfather used to live, and he, like I say, he had recently died. That's not all. Actually, you know what? This wasn't the Ouija board. We did do that, and sometimes it did move, and sometimes we did get answers, and that was, it was kind of creepy. But actually, what happened was we were using a TV tray. We didn't have a table that we could use. We had a TV tray, 2 chairs, and we were sitting there with our hands on the table. And we said, if anyone is there, if anyone can hear us from the spirit realm, please give us a sign. Knock on the bottom of this table. And all of a sudden we heard a knock. Bap, bap, bap. And John and I jumped up and flew out of the house. Scared the heck out of us. It was a while before I could go back in there. It really did scare the heck out of us. John's, during those days, John himself used to go into trances. I don't know if he wants me telling people about this, but it was like, how many years ago? Like, almost 50 years ago. So, yeah, he would go into trances, and as if someone was speaking through him. And you get really into this stuff, and it can go anywhere. And either it's all fantasy, it's all in your mind, or, who knows, there might be spirits out there that are infiltrating and influencing us, and some of them might not be nice. So we got scared. I got scared straight. I decided to stay away from all that psychic phenomena crap a long time ago. Okay, if the opportunity presented itself, would you watch your crush get undressed through their window? Would you watch your crush get undressed through their window? You mean the woman I'm madly in love with? she's not a crush. That's love. I don't have to watch through a window. Where were we? Would you rather have sex with elderly people for the rest of your life or never have sex again? How elderly? What do you call elderly? I'm 63 years old. You know, I'm getting elderly myself. Who cares anymore? But no, I don't want to have sex with elderly people or anybody else because I found the woman I love and that's it. What kind of questions are these, Dave? Have you ever masturbated while someone else was in the room with you? Have you ever had the urge to jump in front of a car? No. That would be stupid. If you witnessed a murder, would you go to the cops or keep your mouth shut? I would definitely go to cops. Go to the cops. Okay. Now, the questions that I really didn't answer well. The meanest thing that you ever hoped happened to someone. I just can't think of mean things I've ever thought about anybody, even people who were mean to me. I think if I ever thought anything, it would be that not that someone suffer whatever they tried to inflict upon me, whatever meanness, but that something would happen in their life to alter their way of thinking and to change them around. You know, I just don't think mean thoughts about people. Darn, I'm sorry. I wish I should. No, I don't wish I should. And what was the other one? Have you ever masturbated while someone else was in the room with you? All right, thanks for this tag, Dave. And this was kind of a lot of fun, and yeah, kind of tough. Kind of tough to answer these questions, I'll tell you that. Hey, have a great day. Be happy. Don't hate anybody. And if aliens come to the Earth, welcome them. And let's hope that they're like in E.T. They're really happy, smiling alien. Like in E.T., the alien went and smiled. That's us kind of aliens we want visiting. That's for darn sure. All right, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.